Welcome back, everyone.
The lava.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun.
Will he survive?
No, but remember the lava?
Remember lava? No, what? What?
You don't remember what we did to the lava?
What do you? Oh!
Go-
Oh, I forgot about that.
Come look at the lava.
I'm coming. Coming.
I thought you knew what I was talking about, and you were just keeping it a surprise until this episode.
I didn't.
I realized you were
dawn on me at first.
clueless.
I was completely clueless. There's probably an episode that we should watch that would tell us what happened and the reaction and everything.
So here's, oh, that's Brian. Where's Guude?
I'm coming.
Sorry.
I'm coming out of.
I want him to start over on this side because there's a couple pieces of this.
This is like a Nancy Drew mystery.
Now write down the suspects. There's lava here, and I'm not sure anything about this lava, but
This lava seems different. This lava wasn't here before.
right. But then there's
Ah.
this.
Here, lava was really mushy looking. Oh wait. So did he put down the lava that we put up here? Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. It's
I noticed you had some extra lava. So I guess Ryuski took the lava that we had put there and moved it over here. And then replaced where the lava used to be with orange wool or orange clay, concrete. That's the word.
I guess I never thought about lava as being mushy before.
I guess it would be though. Like the consistency would be like chili, right?
You mean cold? I think lava is cold.
Yes. Yeah.
Cold lava.
Cold lava. Ice cold chili lava. So what are you working on nowadays, Brian?
The sorting system was the last thing that I did.
So you
I don't know
done?
what I'm doing. I was working over at Guude for a bit.
I'm gonna go find.
Is there
sand,
another
man.
place to throw stuff in, like over here somewhere?
I should put like a dump chest over here. There's not. If you just go to any one of those hoppers that are above, you can chuck stuff in there.
I heard that the easiest way is if you crawl in the sorting system.
Where's all this
Stuff.
shit
It takes
coming
you
from?
right
That's
up
in
to
here?
these chests where you could just throw
Oh, I dumped some
at.
stuff. I dumped some stuff down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've actually made this simpler design. Like I had that dispenser that was clicking,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually causing problems. So that just goes straight in the hoppers and then gets sucked in.
I'd wonder why you need to go through a dispenser, but I don't know anything about anything, so I didn't.
At first, I was having problems with entire stacks of things getting like clogging the system. But then I put in that whole row of buffer hoppers there, and it kind of slowed everything down. So I didn't need the separator anymore.
So since I just put the whole stacks of stuff in there, it's gonna
Nope, it's
be
fine.
all
It's fine.
garbage.
Yeah, the hopper itself will
I don't have any food.
sort it out online.
Oh my.
What are you guys working on?
We're making a farm. You seen it?
I heard tell.
I'm trying to find some. I'm trying to find some sand so I can make some TNT. Cause I'll blow some shit up.
Oh, I was gonna give you sand. Come back up top.
Wait, what? You said sand was limited.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
He just didn't want to. He wanted to save it.
I'm way
for-
off in the nether somewhere. Hold on, let me come back.
You looking for sand in the nether? Here's your problem.
I was going to find a portal that took us to like a beach or something. So good. I will tell you something really funny that happened when I was in Michigan. My mom got really pissed at me for like a brief moment, and I'm curious what your thought is about this argument.
Does she remember Mandela dying?
Yes, it was all about Mandela and the effect that he had. No, she was telling me that there was a story that she saw in the news that I was gonna hate because it was basically about how climate change is gonna destroy beer. Because
Beer?
apparently, like, barley is very sensitive to temperature swings, and with climate change going the way it is, it's only a matter of time before barley is basically like unable to grow, and being the main ingredient in a lot of beers and stuff, that it was a whole article on how climate change is destroying beer. And I made a comment and I said, that's fine though, it doesn't really matter, right? Because climate change is a big hoax and there's a bunch of scientists that just have something to prove, so climate change isn't real, right?
Wait, is your mom Republican?
So I'm not 100% certain. Michigan is a very Republican-esque state. I think it's it's like a swing state, but it definitely like swung the Republican way this time. But either way, no matter what political affiliation you have, she flipped out and screamed. She's like, I don't want to talk about politics. And I said, I'm not talking about politics. I'm just repeating the statement that our fearless leader and president of the United States stated last week at a conference. And she again screamed that she didn't want to talk about politics and was like very angry that I would even bring something like that up. And I said, again, I'm not talking about politics. I'm just restating a statement that was made at a conference last week, which pissed her off again even more. And I'm trying to figure out if even if I knew for 100% fact that like she was a hardcore Republican or something like that, is that an incorrect statement to make?
What, to repeat something the president said?
Yeah.
I mean, it riles some people up, that's for sure.
But those are the words
I think people
that he
are
said.
like inherently embarrassed about the thing.
I wasn't making an opinion out of it. That's what he said.
Right. You know what's interesting about this? That you bring this up is I was talking about this on my stream earlier. There was a Michael Crichton book that I never could get through. It was called State of Fear.
Okay.
And I tried to read it several times, and I've read all of his books. I've read a couple of them, several times. And for some reason, that one, it felt like there was too many character introductions or something, and I always had a hard time following it. But the subject matter of that book was climate change.
Who was President Trump?
Yes. Crichton saw the future. And I think this book was written, it was after 9/11.
Where are you at?
Because they bring it up in the book. But I think he died in like, when did Michael Crichton die? Like 2005?
When Mandela did.
When Mandela did.
He's not dead. You just think he's dead.
Wait, I didn't. You're where, Brian?
No, it's the sand's up in the sand chest. I moved it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the subject matter of this book is climate change, and Crichton was a really smart guy. I mean, all his books are based on science and stuff. And the book, like, I'm not done with the book. I'm almost done with it at this point, though. But the point it constantly makes throughout the book is it's constantly making points of things that are always like shown as like the proof of climate change. And the book is like anti-climate change, basically. It's saying that while there is changes in the climate, global warming's not bad, basically. It's the point the whole book takes.
Okay.
But the things that kind of blow my mind about the book, I mean, again, he died 10 years ago at this point, so the book was written, it wasn't even like written or like right before he died, so a lot about the science has changed since this book was written. But there are several different parts in the book where they bring up things that I always thought was true based on what you always hear when people talk about climate change. And like the book like basically says, this is, and again, this book is a work of fiction, but I've gone like and like read like the actual science where they like cited in the book, and like, yeah, there's like several, I'm trying to think of a good example, and nothing's coming to mind like right off the top of my head. But throughout this book, there's several occasions where there's things that I knew to be true based on just being told them, where I never like went and like actually looked at the research myself And I was like, damn.
It turns out they're not true. I mean,
Yeah,
I
basically.
do think that there's a lot of items like that exist that people just inherently have been told and believe are true, and then you find out that it was all like fabrication. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. Like I guess the one of the biggest ones is the how the Coriolis effect has an effect on the toilet bowl.
Right. Yeah,
and it's basically been proven that is completely untrue. It cannot have an effect on that, but it's such a big thing that people have been told and they just inherently believe.
Yeah.
But I still want to know, am I wrong?
To repeat what the president said?
To repeat what he said.
I mean, I guess I could see how your mom could be like, I don't want to talk about politics.
She was angry.
Because when the moment you brought this up, that's all I thought about was what Trump had recently said. So my first thought went to politics as well.
I mean, it clearly is a political type of discussion, but I didn't throw in nothing was opinionated. I just made a joke about the fact that he said this and how it wouldn't matter, and it spawned this whole thing. And my whole thing, if you don't want to talk about it, yet you voted Republican, that's kind of the problem that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you either stand by it or even say like how you kind of think it's ridiculous, and just because you voted for somebody doesn't mean you believe in everything that they're going to believe.
That's true too.
Or what? But don't just get angry and shut down.
So did you hear? I thought you guys were going to bring this up. Did you hear about that dude that was playing footsie or groping some lady on a plane?
So I saw a small article on it, but they basically had to like turn the plane around,
Okay, so you saw the first half of it. Did you hear about the second half?
No, I didn't see the first half. You got to roll back the tape for me.
So apparently, I didn't even read the thing. I just heard it on through Twitter or whatever. But some dude was groping some lady on a plane a few times, and they had to
with his feet.
I don't know. Who knows?
You said footsie.
Well,
yeah, it did. The article I read did also say footsie, so
it was making jokes of it. So it might have been whatever.
Isn't footsie a two-person thing though?
It doesn't have to be.
I don't know.
Clearly.
Okay. I always thought like a footsie was like a two-party process.
Well, you have 2 feet.
Like it's like kissing but with feet.
I mean, kissing doesn't have to be a two-party process either, though, right?
Both parties may not be willing. It's two parties involved.
Okay, so I guess if you're just like pushing your feet on someone, I don't know. I guess it's a little different than like your mouth or your dick or whatever.
Let's pretend he was not just playing footsie and it was more. Because I don't know actually what happened. Hand on boob is what my memory is telling me.
Okay, well that's different then.
So anyway, this happened.
Like some preacher shit.
And they had to divert the plane and like arrest him or whatever. It came out today that he said that he did it because the president said it was okay.
Wow!
Oh, it's fantastic.
He told the FBI
he basically took grab her by the pussy to heart.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when you're famous, they let you do it. Was he famous?
No,
he is now.
Then his defense does not stand.
He is now. Not for the right reason.
I mean, you gotta use all the words. The president made it very clear: when you're famous, they let you do it. If he wasn't famous when he did it, then he wasn't allowed.
I did hear that Louis C.K. Went on again at some point a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
after the time
did people
that we had
freak out
talked
again?
About. Did what?
Did people freak out again?
It said something like I think the club owners basically offered slightly more ability for people to leave if they wanted to.
We didn't
more
lock
alcohol, them in. Like some blindfolds in case the penis came out.
Has he told jokes about what an awful person he is?
And I don't know. This one made way less headlines than the one before. So I don't know all the details, but clearly since you hadn't even heard about it, probably not. Because that probably would have made more headlines, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So my guess,
I haven't followed the news at all in the last week, though. I've been dead to the world, so I didn't know about grabbing people by the pussy or anything.
Well, you knew about that because that was.
Well, I mean, I didn't know about the grabbing the feet by the pussy or whatever it was. That
grab your feet
grabbing the feet by the pussy. The old ad proverb.
Ad proverb. It's like an adverb in a proverb sense, right?
Agree on them feet. But by the pussy.
Is it fisting if you use your feet?
That would be
Clearly
footing.
not.
I mean, but is it?
No.
Can you make a fist with your foot?
Yeah, fisting.
So what is it called then? Footing?
You can't
Sure.
make that say curling your toesing.
Like how curling your toesing?
I don't know. That's what you call the same.
It sounds like
action,
some shit fucking Gollum would say.
Curling.
Please don't ever say that again.
Fire in the hole.
But I mean, isn't any large is like what's the definition of fisting? Like, isn't it just
Making
any
a
large
fist.
object? Like, or is
Making a
does it have to be
fist.
your
It's gotta
fist?
Be a fist.
Does it though? I don't think it does.
I
bet if you
think
look
so.
up fisting porn, you're gonna get some feet.
I didn't. Well, that's an algorithm thing. They know what you like.
That's an no, I bet the title would still call it
just
fisting.
assumes you're ignorant, and it's built in the blank.
They don't know the difference.
I mean, he doesn't know
What's a
if
foot?
it's a fist or a dragon. You know.
Or a dragon. Why is that one dildo called like Bad Dragon or whatever it's called? What's it called, Brian?
I don't know.
I've heard of the rabbit. I haven't heard of the bad dragon.
No, there's like there's something. I don't remember what it's called now.
Are you
It's a
too embarrassed about the bad
brand.
dragon?
It's a brand. Okay, so it's not just
Yeah, it's
one
an entire
type of
company.
dildo. I see. Okay.
I like how your memory just talks to you.
my brain's got a mind of its own.
You should get on this memory train. It's really helpful.
Yeah, Jeff.
I got my own memory problems. I don't need other people's as well.
What's up with while we're on the dildo topic here, what's up with those dildos that like come?
Say
Beg pardon?
They make dildos that ejaculate.
This is a PG stream.
Is it?
Are these not close enough together?
You've
No.
chosen to join the wrong people.
I don't know. Maybe makes it authentic.
Authentic? I don't think you put real sperm in it.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. Okay.
Use that old horse cock sperm.
I still like that South Park episode with the shake weight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
Now
about
entering sleep mode.
Dispensing cap air.
that.
I don't know the correct spacing of TNT to make it all like continuously blow up.
Jeff wants that continuous blow.
I do. And then sleep mode.
Now going to sleep mode.
I haven't watched South Park in quite some time. Like they're still. I feel like they took a big break and I lost the ability to watch or something.
I mean, it is one of those shows that I used to find super hilarious, and I also feel like you, and it might not even be true. Maybe I took a big break from it for some odd reason, and I've not gotten back into it since either.
Like I don't think I finished the season where Mr. Mackey won the president.
Oh wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
The last one I watched was the the political cops, the PC
Oh, I
cops.
thought, well, I've seen that, so I guess maybe I missed part of the season where Mr. Mackey became president and watched some stuff after. I don't know. 'Cause I
Was
remember that.
Or was that the same season?
Maybe it
Might have
was
been.
the same
I don't know.
season.
Maybe I'll remember.
What season was the one where? Yeah, I remember. Where they did the Sotopopo or whatever the fuck it was called, the little town.
Oh yeah, the gentrified town.
The one that
Where it was like-
where Whole Foods came?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Speaking of Whole Foods, so you know how you talk about the Amazon, like you get this stuff delivered with no Prime delivery, and you get the Prime Now credits. Well, I don't know if it's site wide, but for me at least, it's changed to Whole Foods credit instead of Prime Now credit.
I
Does
mean,
it
maybe that's
change
because
for you
don't
guys?
have.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, since I don't have Prime Now, if that's what they've done. Because like I've actually started doing that. Where I'm like, well, shit, I don't need this right now, but I do need some of them Whole Foods credits.
You can save that 10 cents on a $20 apple.
No, it's $5 off.
Oh, $5 off for $20 apple. Great.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. So I looked in my Prime Now app because I was curious, and Whole Foods delivers here, and that's like a 40-minute drive for me.
How much?
It's free shipping if you spend $40, which is just 2 apples.
Oh. That's by 2 apples, they'll be at your door for free shipping.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's I go shopping there, and man, it's great with the app. They're like, yeah, we'll take special sales for Prime members, and then for regular sale items, we'll take another 10% off. I went there for lunch one day and got the app out. She goes, "Oh, you probably don't have anything that qualifies." Sure enough, I got 19 cents off.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not very much.
I have not found anything that really has qualified for that.
Anything with a yellow tag.
Maybe the DC Whole Foods don't put yellow tags out.
This shit's all gonna sell.
It's not actually Whole Foods. He's going to Aldi.
I don't know how your guys' Whole Food is, but ours is like just the clientele that are in there. You can tell you can just tell they're pompous.
That's Whole Foods.
That is Whole Foods.
I didn't know if it was really like that everywhere or not, but I
think it is.
Walk in and
I've heard people say, I don't mind spending more money just so I don't have to be around the other people, basically.
Wow.
The non-Whole Foods people.
Because I'll actually watch people go by with a cart like they're doing their full grocery shopping, and I'm like, you're fucking like what do you have in your basket right now is like 2 of my paychecks.
Yeah, no, I don't know how people shop there, only there. The girl I'm dating now, her ex-husband refused to let her shop anywhere else, and she was like, but I got coupons. Like, no, you can't use coupons. How will that look? It's like,
how will that look?
What?
It'll look like some money coming off of that bill is how it'll look.
Yeah, exactly. Like who the fuck? What? Yeah. He was complaining about having to pay some money to her the other day, and I was like, well, I mean, maybe if he use some coupons, he'd have more money now.
It's so funny because online though, everybody's just looking for the deal. Is it because the anonymity of it? Like it's okay, but if you look for the deal in public, you're just a peasant.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't. I totally don't understand the shopping only at Whole Foods for all your groceries. I can't imagine. I go there for special things, basically. Mainly cheese.
Cheese. They do have a decent selection of cheese. I go there occasionally for like little things, but it's one of the reasons I go there more frequently than I would like is because it's walking distance to the house. So often I'll just take Jack for a walk and we'll go over to Whole Foods and like pick up like 1 or 2 things if we need to.
Every time I've been to your house, I didn't realize there was a Whole Foods within walking distance.
Yeah, it's down.
I've never done that.
I'm on near 11th, and it's by 7th, so it's like 5-6 blocks away. Very quick and easy to get to.
Jeff has just doxed himself.
Dox yourself, Jesus.
I mean, I think people know exactly where my general vicinity is. I've never hidden that before.
Just look for lack of Amazon packages out front.
Yeah, that's true. If you find a house with Amazon packages, it ain't mine.
I made it real dark over here.
Where is?
I flew in. I do think that Amazon's. You can make fun of how expensive their fruit is, but I swear it lasts longer. Like when I get raspberries anywhere else, they're like starting to mold in like 2 days. But raspberries from Whole Foods seems to last me like the week without them starting to mold. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know why their fruit would be any better than anyone else's, but that's just been my experience. Like I can't get stuff for my daughter's snack, fruit wise, anywhere else. And
they probably grade everything, just like anything. Like people have praised Aldi's like produce. I'm like, are you kidding? Have you ever been to another grocery store? And maybe they're Aldi's better or something, but
I like Aldi's because of the fact that it's cheap.
I don't like anything about Aldi.
But
Aldi's has great spices.
Do they?
Yes.
Huh.
They have like a multitude of ridiculous spices that are cheap, and they all come in like the little grinders and all that stuff.
Huh. Is it just like Aldi brand?
It's all like Aldi brand, yeah. But
yeah, I don't like Trader Joe either. That's another place I don't like.
Also not a fan of Trader Joe. Everybody thinks I'm insane for it, and It's funny because I tell them I think Trader Joe's is expensive, and they think I'm insane because they're like, Trader Joe is so cheap, and I'm like, no, it ain't. Trader Joe's not cheap at all.
Yeah. And I don't feel like they have a good selection either. It's one of those places where, like, Aldi and Trader Joe, both places there, I just don't feel like I could go there and do my grocery shopping. Like, I would be, I don't know, just not satisfied with my selection. This is the Places to Buy Food podcast.
I usually get my spices from a place called Penzies.
I mean,
Penzies?
Yeah, real good spices.
Never heard of it.
That's a nationwide chain.
Like
It's just
Footsie's?
small.
Is that an airplane?
Yeah, but use a pen.
It's like sounding?
Well, on a woman, it wouldn't be sounding.
No. It'd
So-
just be unsatisfactory.
Are you appreciating Costco anymore?
I haven't gone back in a while. I need toilet paper, but last time I was there, I couldn't find toilet paper that I use. I think that's one of the things I don't like about Costco too. Like, if they carry a brand of something and that's it. It seems like. So if you don't use that particular brand of whatever, like toilet paper.
Out of curiosity, I feel that they have a lot of different brand selections, but they do have some more, ones that they carry more of. But toilet paper, I feel, is one of those things that they have a shit ton of brands of, at least out here. So what brand of toilet paper can you not find? I'm curious.
I think it's Charmin is what I use.
They
You want
definitely
Charmin
have
Ultra Strong
out here.
Yeah, we have Charmin. Charmin Ultra Strong is the best toilet paper.
This is not a debate.
Let's go to Charmin.com and enter code Brian.
Brian, I do not want to talk politics.
Yeah, I remember looking for toilet paper and being like, I can't find my brand of toilet paper. And I guess one thing I hate too, well, I don't hate it, but like the times I've been there and they've managed to sell me on the shit they have in the aisles, that shit's never going to be there again. That they get that shit once and that's gone. Like they really sold me on these crepes that have these like Nutella inside the center of them, and they're really damn good. And I just kind of want them all the time, and that they never had them again.
You know they sell Nutella, right?
Yeah,
And wheat.
and wheat. You sound like me. There's the flour. That's how you make bread, bitch.
If you want bottled water, though, it's the cheapest Costco, that's for sure.
Yeah. The vanilla bean too. If you ever need a ton of vanilla. Oh no.
I bought raisins there, and I'll never need raisins again. There's so many damn raisins.
Oh, I forgot about the shield.
I ordered salt on Amazon. I think I told Brian about this. Or maybe I told you, Jeff. I told somebody about this, but I ordered salt, and I didn't even look at how much salt I was getting. I just went by the prices per ounce or whatever, and I have so much fucking salt now. I got like 30 pounds of salt that came in the mail, and it's so much salt. It's just huge containers of salt.
Oh,
There's only 2 containers too.
Do you ever use your ridiculously large stock pot that you bought?
I have not. I need to do that. I think I might try to fry a turkey this Thanksgiving. I've never fried a turkey before. So I might try that since it would be really good for it.
So tip for you when you're frying a turkey, make sure the turkey stays frozen. Keep it as close to the house as you can. Don't put any protective stuff underneath it.
I was like, wait a minute.
Drop it in quickly. Like, let it splash.
Let it splash. Oh God, did I tell you about my pork shoulder? I know I've told Brian, but I don't know if I told you, Jeff. No. So I made a prime rib. So I was basically trying to go through my freezer. No. I know, we're getting there. I went through my freezer to try to get rid of some of the stuff I've had in there a little while that I'd got to sous vide. And one of them was a prime rib and the other was a pork shoulder. So I did the prime rib one night, and then I put the pork shoulder in the next night, and I let it go for 26 hours. And I went to take it out, and the bag came apart, and it just plopped into the water.
Okay.
I'm sad.
It was awful.
Were you able to save it at all?
I tried to pull it out. I grabbed tongs real fast and tried to grab it, and it just fucking shredded even worse because it didn't. And so then I took the whole thing of the cooler that I'd done it in a cooler because my normal thing is not quite big enough. So I took the cooler to the sink and half missed the sink trying to dump this shit into the sink. So it splashed all over me and all over the floor, and since all the rendered fat and everything was in the water, my whole floor, I had to mop it 4 times to get it not slick and shit. But like I dumped most of the water out and then got the rest of the pork shoulder out, but it was just like I tasted a bit of it. And it was just a waterlogged mess. It wasn't edible.
That's unfortunate. I've definitely tried
Yeah.
to sous vide something and had the bag not be sealed appropriately, so it ends up sitting in some of its own water. And I'll still usually eat it. It doesn't usually like really make it terrible or anything, but it gets dry. Amazingly, if you cook something in water, it dries out. I don't quite know how that works, but
I think that's why I don't like crockpot chicken. I feel like that makes it like maybe not dry as maybe not, I don't know. I don't like crockpot chicken. Yeah, like I don't like chicken cooked in a crockpot.
I don't quite. I guess I don't know what you mean by the only time I've ever cooked chicken in a crockpot was because it was like part of chili. Never just been like chicken, sit in the crockpot, cook it up.
Yeah, a lot of people do that for like enchiladas, for like shredding their chicken for enchiladas. But I don't know. I just don't like that the way that shredding chicken turns out once it's in a crockpot, personally.
Hey, just an observation, unrelated. We did not put glass over the beacon, so be careful.
That's funny. But yeah, another observation. We're out of time.
All right, guys.
So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
See ya.